Hey Exiles, welcome back. Today we're breaking down a brand new League starter build for Path of Exiles 2's new update, the 30 day. But first and foremost, I just want to say that this has been a really fun League start for Path of Exile 2. We can finally see the vision from Jonathan. This build revolves around the Deadeye Ascendancy, combining the new Hollow Palm Keystone with Falling Thunder, and pushing it even further with power charge stacking, and energy shield scaling for insane crit potential. With the third edict, the Deadeye got some really exciting changes. Marks are now automatically cast every 5 seconds, meaning we don't need to waste a button click to apply them. It's just automatically there. And consuming marks now apply 5 points of critical weakness. This alone makes the Deadeye feel smoother and way stronger, especially for crit-based builds like ours. The Ascendancy already offered great clear speed and accuracy scaling, but now it has built-in crit support that works perfectly with what we're doing. So how does this build actually work? First, we're going unarmed, thanks to the Hollow Palm Keystone, which massively increases damage the more dexterity we stack, and the more energy shield we stack. Then we use Falling Thunder. That's our main skill. It's both a movement ability and a huge source of AoE damage. Slam it, and a lot of projectiles shoots up, depending on how much power charges we actually generate. Since we're stacking power charges, this even gives us more crit multipliers, and as well as crit chance if we're going to be using the spirit passive for charges. The more power charges we have, the more crit chances that we have. Because of the auto applying mark, we can easily generate the power charges ourselves. And especially if we take the passive node where instead of gaining frenzy charges, we gain power charges. Finally, instead of just relying on life, we're scaling energy shield. This gives the build a huge defensive backbone while also synergizing with crit setups, since higher ES lets us invest more into offense. Let's talk about how to actually league start with this. From Act 1 onward, focus on picking up dexterity gear whenever possible. Rings, amulets, and belt with flat decks are basically damage upgrades. Added flat fizz elemental damage is also really good. But when you start to get access with hybrid armors, like for your helmet, body armor, and gloves and boots, take that. It's basically just really good for us, getting evasion and getting a lot of energy shield. But yeah, as soon as you get Falling Thunder, swap into it and use it as your main skill. It carries hard through the campaign. Early on in the game, you're probably going to need the Killing Palm to generate power charges because you don't have any reliable sources of generating power charges. When you get to level 30 though, I believe 33, you do now have the option of getting a body armor. Red Flare Conduit, I believe is what it's called. Basically, it gives you 20% chance on hit to generate a power charge, which is really good when you're leveling and would basically carry you through campaign. For the passive node, if you want to rush to get the Hollow Palm, you should be able to get it as soon as level 13 if you just rush for it. However, if not, level 15 is a good way to get Hollow Palm if you want to get some damage along the way. And after getting Hollow Palm, you just want to get some extra power charges on the nodes on the passive tree, and just try to rush crit as fast as possible. If not crit, just go for pure damage. The beauty of this setup is that it doesn't require expensive uniques to feel powerful. It just prioritizes dex, intelligence, energy shield, and resists while leveling, and you'll clear maps really easily. So what happens once you're in map? I have not gotten to the endgame yet, but I am predicting that's where the build would really take off, because then I would have more points on the passive tree and I would have more choices for gear and all that stuff. For this build, I'm actually doing a full crit build, so I would see when I get to endgame. So far, I've been breezing through the campaign. It's not as fast as I would like to because I'm very immersed in the game as of right now, and I'm literally exploring every single corner of the maps, and the game is beautiful. Anyways, that is basically it for my League starter. Um, I would be updating this build more as I get into the end game, and I will post a finalized version of the build. Anyways, once again, thanks to everyone that has been watching my videos. So if this is a build that you would like to try, please give a thumbs up and a subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I will post an update as soon as I reach endgame. Thanks again. Peace.